pi by 2. Okay, now if I draw a line like this at pi by 2, okay, and at minus pi by 2 also, it is minus pi by 2 is, if I draw a line, straight line, through angle pi by 2 on x-axis, what is the, at 0 it is 0, but at pi by 2 it is infinity, not defined. Okay, so it will be positive value, like this, it means at infinity, this axis. Okay, at minus pi by 2 it is negative value, but it is minus infinity. In this way, this graph is defined. Okay, again at this is pi and this is pi, here it is pi, at pi again it is 0, you have tan pi 0, and if suppose this is 3 pi by 2, at 3 pi by 2 again tan 3 pi by 2 is infinity, not defined. If I just take a straight line, along this 3 pi by 2, okay, which is parallel to the y-axis, then at pi it is 0, let me take in between, this is pi here, at pi it is 0, this is 0 point, again at 3 pi by 2 it is infinity, you will take this infinitum. So these are the asymptotes known as asymptotes. If we draw for tan, these are the graph for, graphically we can define tan x, y equal to tan x here, because at what the value of tan x means x 90 degree, y will come out to be infinite or infinity, not defined. It's not defined. It means at infinity, y-axis at infinity. Okay, at lowest to upper point. This is how tangent is defined. In case of negative values, let me take taking here minus pi by 2. At minus pi also it is 0. At minus 3 pi by 2, it is again infinity, this is minus 3 pi by 2. So the value is defined like this. These are the asymptotes known as asymptotes, or the straight lines which are meeting at the infinity. Okay, the lines which are meeting the axis at the infinity. Y-axis it is meeting at infinity, this is minus infinity, this is plus infinity. This is graphically tangent, tan x is defined. What is the inverse function? Now let me take tan inverse x. But if y is tan inverse x, that we take, then how it is defined? Now we are defining inverse function. So comparatively, I'm defining tan x as well as tangent function or trigonometric functions as well as inverse trigonometric functions, so that one can understand how graphically they are defined. Then now y equal to tan inverse. This is inverse trigonometric function. First I took tangent function or trigonometric functions, simply trigonometric ratios. These are the inverse trigonometric ratios. So I'm just defining them, differentiating them graphically, how they are graphically different from each other. This is now tan inverse x. Okay, now again x can be infinity value. Again numerical values up to minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, so that in that way x is to be defined. If I take this is x-axis origin and this is y-axis x dash, this is y dash axis. Okay, now how those graphs are defined, that is the point. So tan inverse x, so x can be infinite values, y can come out to be 0 to infinity. Okay, so we can substitute here x up to infinity for y equal to 90 degree pi by 2, y equal to when y is pi by 2, when x is infinity, positive infinity. So we have to just take x is positive infinity. We have to just draw the lines which are parallel to the x-axis. In that situation, okay, so if I take y comes out to be what? Y comes out to be in angles form. This is 0, we are taking 0, 0, and this is pi by 2 positive, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and this is minus pi by 2, this is minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, minus 2 pi. and this is 2 pi positive. Okay, so these are the values and this values. Now, I will draw the lines parallel to the x-axis. If I just draw a line parallel to the x-axis through pi by 2 and this minus pi by 2, and this is okay minus pi and this is 3 pi by 2. This is origin value, and this is no need of this drawing a line to pi because that we will define. Okay. Now what are the graphs of this? We just see that x can be infinity at 90 degree at minus pi by 2 to minus infinity. So the graph will at 0 is 0. The graph can be this. These lines are meeting this x-axis at infinity. Okay. Similarly at pi, this is the graph here. Okay, similarly here, I draw a line and at pi meeting the pi here on the y-axis and meeting x-axis at infinity along this line. So these are the again asymptotes along the x-axis. Those were along the y-axis. These are along the x-axis because now x comes out to be infinite minus infinity to plus infinity. At 90 degree it is infinity. At minus 90 degree it is minus infinity to plus infinity. These are the graph here. At pi it is 0, passing through the 0. At 0 it is 0. At minus pi it is 0. At minus 2 pi it is 0. Again we can take this along this. Okay. These are the graphs for tan inverse x. This is how we have taken tan inverse up to tan inverse x. Now let me take what is the cot inverse, cosec inverse x, is secant inverse x, and so cosec inverse x we have to define that. Cosec inverse x, and then secant inverse x, cot inverse x, all these values are to be defined. Okay, so I'm just defining all these 6 trigonometric functions and inverse trigonometric functions so that one can understand. We will now 4 points. Cosec inverse x. So first, we will take cosec x equal to y, or y equal to cosec x. Y equal to cosec x. Again, at cos 0, cos pi, cos x is not defined. Cos pi is infinity. Because sin pi is 0, 1.0 is infinity. Pi 0, etc. It is not defined. Okay, so how we have to draw these lines? So this is x-axis, this is x-dash axis, y-dash axis, this is y-axis, origin. Okay, the coordinate axis. Now, if I put here x in terms of angles, okay, at pi by 2 it is 1 undoubtedly, but at minus pi by 2 it is 1. Okay, minus pi by 2 it is minus 1, at pi by 2 it is plus 1. So in that way, x is to be taken as minus 1 plus 1 here. Sorry, angles, x in terms of angles, if I take it is pi by 2, it is 0, we have taken 0 here, it is minus pi by 2, it is minus pi, it is plus pi. Okay, let me take at equal distance, this is pi here. Okay, and it is 3 pi by 6, and this is minus 3 pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2. Okay, now let us define them. When the value of y comes out to be maximum infinity up to infinity, maximum plus infinity, but at 0 it will be, at pi it will be infinity. Okay, so at pi it is infinity, 0 it is infinity. Let me draw a line at pi, this is straight line along the y-axis. At minus pi also we have drawn a straight line which is parallel to the y-axis. Now if I just draw, now at 0 it is not defined infinity, but at pi by 2, sorry, it is 1. If I take y is 1 here, minus 1 is here, plus 1, this is 1, At 90 degree it is 1, but at 0 it is infinity. So at 0 it is infinity. At pi by 2 it is 1, but at pi it is again infinity. This is how the graph for cosec x is defined. Y equal to cosec x. This is the definition of this function. Okay. Now in the case of this 0 again, at minus pi by 2 it is minus 1. This is minus 1. This is the graph here. This is minus 1. So this is for cosec inverse x function. This is graph here. At this function, it will be again in positive direction. Okay, so this is sorry. After this, we have break at pi it is infinity, undoubtedly. At 3 pi by 2 it is plus 1. It is again plus 1 here. Okay, and this is at minus 1. But in this graph, this is 1. At 3 pi by 2, sorry, it is negative because in the third quadrant, 3 pi by 2 is negative. Graph will be here. Minus 1 here. Here it is minus 1. In that way, okay, if I take here 2 pi, so from pi to pi of 3 pi by 2 at 1, 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. It is 1. This is the graph. In this way, cosec x is defined. Now just reverse it. If we take that values in case of cosec inverse x, so how the graph of cosec inverse x is defined? Let me just draw that. Now cosec inverse x, which is the fourth part we are taking, that y equal to cosec inverse x, inverse function. Now in this case, cosec inverse x can be infinity minus infinity plus infinity. So how those values are defined? Let me just take them. Okay, so that value will be, okay, here it is, cosec x must be infinity to plus infinity, but y must be in terms of angles. If I take y in terms of angles, let me take, this is pi by 2, and this is minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, this value is, this is pi here, and this is 3 pi by 2, this angle. Okay, and now x can be positive 1 and minus 1. The resultant of x can be minus 1 to plus 1, infinity as well. Okay, it can be infinity also. But pi by 2, it is 1. Okay, and this is pi. Let me draw now line parallel to the x-axis. Lines parallel to the x-axis to pi to 2 pi. This is 2 pi here. Let me take. Here it is, sorry, minus 2 pi, this is plus 2 pi, these are the lines here. Now if I draw, at 0 it is 0, or sorry, at 0 it is infinity, but at pi by 2 it is 1, positive 1. This is the graph here. At 1 this is 1, pi it is infinity. Okay, this is the graph here, cosec inverse, cosec inverse. Okay, this is the graph here. At minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2, negative minus 1, it is minus 1 here. Here it is, at pi it is infinity. So here it is, this graph. Okay, so this is how we have to define. Now in this case, at 3 pi by 2 it is again negative. This graph will be here. So this is the graph. And sorry, this is 1 here. And in this way, this kind of graph we will obtain. Okay, from minus pi by 2 or 0 to this pi by 2, or minus pi by 2 it is minus 1 here. Okay, for that it is minus 1. For minus pi by 2 it is minus 1, minus 3 pi by 2 it is minus 1 plus here, I'm sorry. Here it is plus 1. So that minus pi by 2 it is plus 1, but at minus this pi by 2 it is minus 1. So here it is minus 1. And in this case it is minus 3 pi by 2 is negative or double negative. Minus for cosec minus theta is minus cosec theta, but minus 3 pi by 2 minus cosec 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 negative plus 1. Here it is plus 1. In this case graph would be like this. So here the graphs here for cosec inverse x. Okay. cosec inverse x, secant inverse x, and cot inverse x. These two tangent functions are left over. That I'll take later on. So that we have to define later on. Okay, so I'll take them. The 0 here, origin, x axis, x dash axis, y and y dash axis. This is the origin here. But 1, 0 it is 0, but at pi by 2 it is positive, which is plus 1 here. And then at pi it is infinity, at 0 it is infinity. This is how the graph for cosec inverse x we have defined. Now I'll take the lecture after 5 minutes time because now camera is over. Okay, so I'll take the other trigonometric functions. This is the third question. Question number 3 we are discussing here. The two parts are left over. This is fourth one, fifth and sixth. The secant inverse x and cot inverse x. Those two functions are left over, but I'll compare them with simple trigonometric functions like secant y equal to secant x, then y equal to secant inverse x. Graphs for those two functions I'll compare, define them, so that one can understand that how the graphs are drawn. Okay, so graphically we define them. Let me take after 5 minutes time. Okay, see you then. Continue this.